Navigating a Public Relations Crisis, presented by Nathaniel Simpson. The Palmdale Shredders, coming back from mishaps. This is just a rundown scenario of a fictitious semi pro football team from Palmdale, California. We'll get a little bit more into the background and the details, but I took the opportunity with this assignment to really highlight how I would come back with dealing with mishaps to represent an organization in the best way possible. The Palmdale Shredders. Background. The Palmdale Shredders are a 5-year-old semi-pro football organization who have just found themselves faced with adversity. After carving a name for themselves in the city by being an organization who supports the children and works to put an end to the majority of the community issues, mishaps has happened. Background. From this, it was found that they had been hiding structural issues that existed in their building, all in the name of saving a few pennies and covering it up during the last Thursday's night game when the right side of the stadium bleachers collapsed. This accident left 6 people severely injured, and out of that, 2 were small children in the ICU. 2 still remain in critical condition. Reports are saying the organization was warned about the potential danger, but put it aside, the warning, in attempts to collect a few more profits for a few more nights before paying for the needed repairs. As we have seen, putting that off was detrimental to this organization and created a disaster, one that could have been potentially avoided. The news caught everyone as a complete shock with the reputation the organization has obtained. This is damaging to the organization in many ways, but especially since they have built a business off supporting the community, teaching about making the best choices, and teaching children not to cut corners. Not to cut corners. That was detrimental. As you see, if they're talking about not cutting corners, but then they have made such a disaster who has significantly affected the lives of lots of people, then I'm sure you can see how they obviously cut corners, thus made themselves huge hypocrites on a large scale. The Palmdale Shredders. Assignment of the response team's roles. I found in this particular situation it was extremely crucial to have a social media manager. This person's job will be to directly respond and reply in real time to any and all questions posed to the organization about the incident. They will also be in charge of monitoring the organization's social media accounts and removing any damaging content. In today's society, people want now answers. They want to be in touch and in constant communication with an organization when a disaster has happened. They want to know what the organization is thinking. They want to know what the organization is doing. And they want to know what the organization is doing to ensure it never happens again. If an organization is able to give the public that peace of mind, then they could potentially survive any kind of catastrophe. But if they can't, even the smallest things will sink them. In our society, having a social media manager is priceless. We'll also have a spokesperson. This person will be the face of the organization to the community. They will be required to make a press release and a statement on air in front of cameras and familiarize the public with the brand's face. This person is going to have a pleasant face. If we're going to get the people to be able to forget about this, move past this, should I say, forget about is not good words, but if we're going to get the people to move past this, then we're going to do it by having them trust in us, having them understand why this happened, and having them understand, more importantly, what we have put in place to make sure it never happens again. In this particular person, they may have another role within the organization but they will be the person that we're going to feel is most fitting to give the public what they need so we can move past this together as a collective whole. Identifying the target audience for the Palmdale Shredders. The main audience we are looking to reach is the local community surrounding the area in which the accident occurred. This is a semi-professional team. National outreach is not our main concern. We don't earn a great deal of revenue, publicity, or press nationwide. The area surrounding this facility within a 10 to 15 mile radius, those are the people that we are going to be concerned with making sure they get the right information from us. These are the people that support us. These are the people that have seen us through. And this is the community that we have built our business on. So this is our target audience. It is our hope that we'll pull the community together, showing them that we stand by the organization and the community in the face of controversy, and in fact, we will come back better after having faced this difficulty than we would have ever been without it. Sometimes it takes tough situations to define character. These are one of those times. Message and talking points to be communicated. Simple. We stand with our community and we support our supporters. We are building to be better after facing this adversity. We have grown with the community and we will continue to grow with the support of the community. Social media will be available for the support and questions. Spokespersons will be delivering the main message to the public. There's two things we're going to stand for, guys: honesty and strength. If we present those to the public, we will appear non-weakened, we will appear stronger, and I really believe that we can actually come out of this better than we were when we started. PR tools and communication channels utilized in this response. Internally, we're going to hold meetings to make sure everyone is on the same page when addressing the public. We will hold strategy sessions inside where people will be allowed to go over questions that may be asked and all appropriate responses to the questions that should be posed. Externally, we will be relying heavily on the correct use of social media to give this a positive spin. We will be making announcements detailing what's happening now. We will quickly respond to the questions and or concerns to anyone engaging with us via social media to provide instant communication with our fan base and supporters. We will use the local telecasters to televise a formal release from our spokesperson. Our main thing is we're not going to hide. We're not going to say no comment. We're not going to dodge and not answer questions. We're going to answer questions. We're going to give the facts. And we're going to show step-by-step ways of how we're moving past this event to be better than we were when we started. Long-term recovery plan to implement after initial crisis has subsided, with a plan to continue communications with key audiences. First and foremost, we will rebuild the home arena of the organization. After that, we will be dedicating the new area of the arena to the people injured in that incident. We will use this dedication as a positive PR moment. Moving forward, as the story's importance dissipates in the local media, we will then take it upon ourselves to bring it to the community's attention, as to not hide our mistakes, but to simply highlight our new improvements. We are going to come out better. We're going to come out stronger. We are going to use this to be the catapult that we need to be the organization that we want to be. The Palmdale Shredders. Presented and created fictionally by Nathaniel Simpson.